How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out this week's skin picks. And before we get into that, let's explain what skin picks are for anybody who might be new watching the video. Skin picks are not the skins that are in the game. These are potential skins that could be making it in this week. Unfortunately, only 8 usually get picked. And there's usually a lot of really amazing skins. So a lot of people get confused there. So I wanted to explain that. Some of these skins, 8 to be specific, will probably have a chance to make it in on Thursday. Which ones, I don't know yet. That's up to Helk entirely. So that is what this video is. Tune back in on Thursday to see the ones that made it in. Anyways, let's get into it. So right here, we've got a continuation in the fish guy set. The fishman set, I should say. And it's got the gloves here going. And these are just really creepy because they've got those big glowing fish eyes on them. And it's just absolutely great. So I could definitely see this one being a no-brainer eventually. I'm not sure this week because we've got the new skins coming in for Jackhammers. It might be a tight week, but I could easily see these popping in anyways. Next, we have a bandana, and this one here is made to go with the wolf headdress. You can see it has the same little kind of specks of blood and so forth, and it's got this nice like wolfy, skin texture to it. Back here, you can see it's kind of held together with staples to an old bandana on each side, which I thought was quite cool. Definitely a nice little addition and a good use of a bandana that fits into the game really well. Next, we've got the Soundproof hoodie and pants set. Reason it is called Soundproof, obviously, is because it looks, a little too far there, looks like it is soundproof, padding for your walls. If you're a content creator, it should look pretty familiar to you. You've either seen someone have it themselves and been jealous, or have it yourself. So there you go. It's a kind of unique idea for a pattern. And right here you've got the no sound or mute symbol on it. On the back there is a big mute symbol in case you were confused. And then we've got kind of like a little pattern thing going on for the hoodie and kind of the seams and so forth. So definitely a unique looking set. I could see a lot of people wanting to rock this for sure. Next up, we've got something a little more on the fancier side, and this is the professional hoodie and pants. I believe it takes a little bit of inspiration from maybe a recent game that may have released a new part of its series, maybe Hitman, I don't know. Anyways, one way or another, it's got this cool kind of like greaser jacket going on over that like Hitman-ish style tie and suit thing. You got some nice slacks with a belt going on down here. And on the back of the hoodie, it's got a nice brown hoodie to match with that leather. Definitely a cool addition. I like the idea of kind of playing off of what's going on, but at the same time, making their own thing. Very creative. Next, we got 2 very bright sets for you, starting with this one right here. This is the Nitrogen hoodie and pants. And yeah, wow, it's just bright. Bright, bright, bright. And blue and gold and black is pretty much everything you got going on here. This thing is shiny. They will probably see you coming forever. But hey, who knows? Maybe you want to be seen. You don't care. You know you're better than them already. And just in case that one wasn't bright enough, guys, we can take you all the way back to the 80s with, well, the vintage 80s windbreaker. And that's exactly what it is. It's a hoodie made to look like a windbreaker. It's got the zipper and all, and it even has it looks like that same material of a windbreaker. I can hear it go swish swoosh as I'm walking already. And yeah, it's just a very, very bright set, but people really love this kind of stuff, that retro kind of theme, and I could see it be very popular. Wow, I don't know what happened there. See it be very popular if it made it into the shop. Next up, something we probably haven't seen for I don't know how long, a bucket helmet skin. This is the lab waste bucket, and as you can see, it's made to look like a bucket that has definitely, well, some lab waste has definitely kind of burned on through. Maybe you shouldn't put acid in a non-acid proof bucket. Just saying. The only thing bugs me a little bit, but also I understand why, is this symbol is upside down, because the bucket is technically upside down, so it being right side up would mean that when it was flipped around, it'd be an upside down beaker, which is weird. But we could just say the player added that themselves later on and just go on and move with it, right? One way or another, as you can see here, it is a very glowy, acidy bucket. Haven't seen a bucket helmet for a while, and honestly, this one's pretty cool, so hey, who knows? Maybe it could happen. And it does glow, so I did want to be sure to show that. So there you go. It's got the nice little acid glow all around it. Next up, we've got some high quality sets for you, starting with the Rich Raider Face Mask by Vitalik. And well, I think you can figure out why it's called that, because the whole thing is a bunch of coins. Coins, 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 more coins, and some more coins. There you go. And look, on the back, there's more coins. And then up top here, you've got this nice little leather, you know, top of the head protection. And then you've got these leather straps going along with it. So the whole thing is just pretty much just bling, bling, bling. Next up, we've got a pretty cool set. This is the laser tag set. And it comes in a red and a blue version. I decided to show the blue one because it looks less like the tactical set. And honestly, it's just a really cool idea. You know those laser tag things where you have to like hit it and then the little lights blink? Well, they're the blinky lights that blink. And yeah, it's just the whole thing has a really cool style to it. There we go. And yeah, it's quite neat. I can see a lot of people kind of wearing this. It'd be really funny to see an entire like squad of these people coming over the hill wearing like what looks like they're ready for laser tag / war. You know what I mean? And on top of that, it does glow. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And there you have it. It's just like a really faint glow to just the like little triangular parts you can pretty much see. There you have it. On that side and that side, the face mask itself does not glow, just the chest. Next, we've got a very epic looking set for you. This is the comics set, and it's just got this really, really sick design to it, and it's got that cel-shaded kind of comic book style-esque to it, and it's just altogether a really unique set. The colors are really cool, the combination of it. Then you've got to love these chains instead of straps. I think that was done really well. It's hard to do something like that without it looking too janky, and I think it turned out really, really well for the space you're allowed to work with. Take a look at the back here. It's got a little biohazard symbol there. And then back here we have some kind of, I don't know, like a powering up symbol of some sort. Reminds me of the Xbox power button. But it looks like it's missing two little things there. And it seems to be saying some power to the front, maybe. I don't know. One way or another, you could feel like a superhero and a Rust warrior at the same time with this pretty cool looking set. Lastly, for armor, we've got this really sweet looking metal set for you. It's called the Haze, and it has just this really military kind of vibe to it. Plus, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like something Punisher-y or maybe Crossbones or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely very cool looking. It has a mean look to it. Take a look at the back. It has some more of that kind of tactical look, but with spray paint kind of to it. Nice kind of like rubbery part to the top of the face mask there. Definitely a very unique set. I see this one doing quite well if it made it into the market. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our deployables here. So we've got a couple furnaces for you, starting with this really beautiful one right here. This is the Ent Furnace. And Ent is a, you know, I think everyone knows what tree Ent is, so this is very themed there. And it's got all these beautiful tangled roots and leaves going all over it. When you light it, it actually lights up some runes on the bottom, and then some beautiful light shines through the core of the roots itself. Definitely a lot of design and effort went into this one. It's quite beautiful for sure. Then over here, we've got continuing the ice cream set with the ice cream Sundae Furnace, and it's got that same crazy design to it, and kind of like it really has a nice popping out kind of detail to it. I really like that. When you turn it on, some of the ice cream lights up, particularly around the eyes. You gotta love that. And you can see there's a few more eyes than you may have noticed on this guy around the back. Moving on, we've got a continuation in the nautical set with the small nautical box. It's got the same exact designs as you would expect, but in a nice compact little design. There's some cute fish on the side, along with an anchor and some shells and sea stars. There you have it. Moving on, we've got the remake of the Lost Souls crate. Originally, it had that kind of like retro design to it, and now it has this beautiful space design. I think it looks so much better. It is really unique. It says Cobalt Space Center there for an enter code. You got the missile on the side. We've got our spaceman skeleton on the side there. Definitely a very beautiful box. Over here, we've got 2 boxes from a new set. This is Red Rex's pipe box set, and we've got ammo and weapons. Now, I mean, we have so many ammo weapon boxes, I don't know if it's also bright to maybe start with those. It might help to make boxes that we don't have a lot of the same from. I mean, right now, I think we have like 6 or 7 ammo boxes and at least 4 or 5 weapon boxes, if not more. And then there's some things we don't even have boxes for. So if that doesn't work, maybe we can see some of these working for the other ones. But I do really like the design here. It kind of looks like a bunch of kind of like hot pipes going through these kind of like construction boxes. It has a really cool look to it. And in the top here, you always got whatever it is as weapon or ammo, and then you've got the same one on the side here. So, you know, a lot of times you don't see the top of the box, so it's always important what the side of it looks like. And of course, these are glowing, so people do really want a nice glowing labeled set. Maybe this is that chance we have. Over here, we've got a rug for you, and if you don't recognize this, well, I don't know what to say, but this alphabet playmat probably has been in most hospitals, doctor's offices, dentist offices, waiting rooms where kids would have to sit in, pretty much anywhere, at least here in America. But this one has a little something different with it. There's like footprints in blood and handprints in blood, and is that hopefully smeared paint? I'm not sure what smeared green would be. One way or another, it's definitely something very creative. I could see a lot of people wanting to set this up in their base. Next over here, we got 2 doors for you, starting with this double weather door from, of course, that weather set, and this is the double wooden door for it. It's got all our favorite friends on the front here, and since double doors can be different on the back side here for wood, we can take a look at it there, and there's those creepy eyes. They're always somewhere, right? Yeah, so there we go. There's that one. And lastly, we've got this double armored door, and this thing looks so sick. I think, oh man, I would love to see this one get in personally, and a lot of people already commented last week asking where this door was. Here it is, it's in this video. This is the Nuclear Blast double door, and it's really cool because it has a keycard slot for a red and a green card, and I just like that little detail to it. And then when you take a look at the back, it is just completely different, and it's just beautiful. This is a very awesome door. A lot of work went into it, and I could see a lot of people grabbing this one if it made it in. Alright, time to take a look at our furnaces at night here. You can even see the leaves through some of them right there. Such a beautiful design. Over here, you can take a better look at our many eyes on the ice cream. And then over here, beautiful glow there. Nothing on the side. And then some more glow on the top. Over here, as you can see, I said these glow, and boy, do they. Look at that. But it's so nice and well done. It's just really, really nice box set. Alright, let's jump into those weapons and tools. So here we've got a hammer for you. Let's turn this way and get some nice light. There we have it. And this is a continuation in the inflatable set by Bad Trip, and this is the inflatable summer hammer, and it is just absolutely awesome. I can imagine this making some kind of squeak or bonk noise whenever you hit someone with it, you know what I mean? Just like, okay, I'm never doing that again. Anyways, moving on, we've got another epic looking hammer for you. This one's got fur and glow and all sorts of just everything going on with it. It is the Super Crystal, and this, it just fits that name. And of course it does have a little bit of glow to it, which we will check out. Next, we've got a rock for you that also has some glow, and it is a continuation in the Volcano set, or the, yeah, Volcano. Yeah, so it's the Volcano Rock. There you go. I mean, there's nothing more to it. Volcano Rock. Probably shouldn't be holding that. Next, we've got another rock for you, and this one is meant to look like a football, of course. And it is aptly named the Touchdown Rock. This guy is ready for you to, you know, get some goals. And good thing there's an inflation valve right there, because it looks like it is a little bit lopsided. Just a tiny bit, though. Moving on, we've got a stone tool set for you that is quite epic looking. This is the Ancient History stone tool set. On there, you can see what looks like a buffalo. In the back here, there's some people. One's got a bow. If it wants to flip back around, there you go. See, it's got very nice little design to it and is quite beautiful indeed. Of course, it does have a pickaxe to match it. There we have. Very, very nice. Next up, we've got a sword for you, and this one is looking a little bit fishy. This isn't the only time we've seen this design done, but so far we don't have any fishy swords, so maybe this one has a chance. And of course, it is aptly named, and appropriately named, I should say, the fish sword. Because, I mean, what else are you going to call it? Also, like the newspaper on the handle there, just, you know, so you don't get too much fish juices on your hand there. Next, we've got a bow for you, and this one is a very simplistic, but very beautiful and clean bow. And it is the custom bow. Go ahead and draw it back here and do a little spin around. The whole thing kind of looks like it's made out of very light, like aluminum kind of frame or something like that. Definitely very clean cut look. Next, we've got another bow for you, and this one has more of a natural look to it. You can see all the beautiful carvings depending how we spin around in the light here. And it is named the Totem Hunting Bow. And you can see all the beautiful carving work done there. Definitely a nice bow, indeed. Moving on, we got a couple crossies for you, starting with this continuation in the Pharaoh's set. This is, of course, the Pharaoh's Crossbow. It's got all the beautiful gems and jewels and gold, as you can expect from it, from the previous items. We'll go ahead and just pull that golden drawstring back for you. And there you go. Next, we've got another crossie, which is a continuation in the porcelain set. On it, of course, you have to have the person using it. So right there, we've got a coffee can guy wielding a crossie himself. Aiming down the sides here, you've got some beautiful tile work, and we'll pull that blue drawstring back to load it on up. There you have it. Lastly, in this little group, we've got a DB for you, and as a part of the beautiful Jade set, this is the Jade DB, of course. And when you go ahead and check it out, there's all these beautiful carvings on it there with some nice red highlights. Even the screwdriver itself is made out of jade. Oh, and we are missing a little bit of ammo. I failed. There we go. We'll do a reload. Boom. There you have it. Next up, we've got a sap for you. It's been a while since we've seen any skins for it, and this one has a nice little happy rainbowy look to it. It is the Childish Sap by Taylor. It's got a little rainbow and some clouds. It does look like it was kind of colored in by a kid. I really love that where the bullet ejects, there's a full-on like rainbow going on. You've really got to like that. That's quite cool. So we'll go ahead and pop a few off. You can see it's got a nice little purple sight there. Pop a reload, and there you go. Moving on, we've got some SARs here, starting with a revitalization of an old SAR, and this is the Blacksmith Star version 2 by Vitalik. And yeah, you can see it definitely turned out quite nice. It's been updated quite well. I like the little blacksmith's like anvil and tool set kind of here on the top. Boom, there it is. When you aim down the sights, it's pretty much just silver going on, but it has like that rough kind of like really industrial handmade kind of look to it. Industrial handmade? That doesn't make sense. You guys get what I'm going for, though. Very hand-forged look is what I was going for. Next, we've got another SAR, and it's a continuation in the mirror set. We got the AK, so now we've got this beautiful blinding SAR. It says Cobalt there on the side, and then it's got these nice blue shiny straps on it. And the whole thing is made out of some beautiful mirror. Aiming down the sights, and let's pop a reload there. Next, we've got a Tommy for you, and this is the remake of the Tempered Tommy by the original artist, and it just has this beautiful, beautiful tempered look to it. As you move around the sun, the color changes with you, which is the highlight of this set. Maybe the fact that this has got a nice revitalization Hulk will give it consideration. We did just get a Tommy, so hey, maybe he's in the mood for them. Next, we've got an AK for you, and it's a continuation in the new Corrupted set. So this is a Corrupted AK. There's a transparent version, And you guys can check that out, but I'm not too sure how Helk would care for that, so I went ahead and just showed the regular one here. It's got everything you can expect from the set. Aiming down the sights, you've got a kind of like aqua-ish marine colored between the two red on the iron sight there. We'll go ahead and pop a reload for you guys. And there you got it. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this is part of the paper plane set by Zinc. As you can see, it's got that same kind of like beautiful colored background with some wispy paper airplanes flying around. It's got some nice colored highlights, like with the orange to all the different gun parts, and it also has some wear and tear, which fits nicely into rust. Aiming down the sights there, you can see it's got some worn orange iron sights and one little airplane for you there to focus on. We'll go ahead and pop a reload there. We've got a couple last guns here for you before we jump into the Jackhammers. So right here we've got another AK for you, and this is a continuation in the Cobalt Tech set. This is a Cobalt Tech AK by Duck. And it's got this kind of like fabric thing going on, which is done quite well. It looks really unique and different. And then it's also got a very like clean look, but you can tell it's old and it's been used, you know? It's starting to wear and tear, but it's still been kind of taken care of. Aiming down the sights here, you've got some worn kind of orange with a red middle, middle sight. Hit the wrong button on my mouse there. And yeah, let's go ahead and pop a reload. Definitely a very unique one. Last AK here, we've got something with a very cool Asian theme to it. This is the Yokai AR by Little Ranger. And I'm assuming that's what this thing is on the side. It's definitely quite cool looking. The AK itself is just really carved up nicely. It's got this clean cut look to it, and all the parts are just really highlighted nice. You even got these like little rope segments through it, and yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. And then aiming down here, you've got Lucky Clover and a red tipped sight with some iron tips on the gold there. Go ahead and pop a reload for you there. And lastly, we've got an LR for you. This one's got all sorts of a crazy design. It looks like there's fabric and it's been bejeweled or something. The whole thing is just absolutely hilarious. This is the Rainbow Ray LR by Firefly. Aiming down the sights, you've got some red with some really worn, almost looks like cardboard. Not sure if that was the idea, but if it was, they nailed it. This whole thing is just absolutely hilarious. It looks like a kid's project, or like Big Brother was making a gun and his little sister got a hold over the cardboard gun overnight and just like bedazzled it or something. I don't know, one way or another, it's pretty cool and unique, and you definitely gotta always love something like that. So that's gonna do it, guys. Let's go and take a look at the Jackhammer. We're gonna have to switch over to staging branch for that, so we will be right back. Actually, we almost forgot to show our glowing skins at night, so let's go ahead and do that. Here's that hammer. Quite beautiful. Look at that. We've got that lava rock. Look at that volcano rock, I mean. Messed up the name again. Then we've got the tip of the SAR. Ooh, look at that. Haven't had a glowing gun with, you know, kind of like that temper glow at the front. So that would be kind of cool. And then for, oh, that is the wrong AK, guys. All right, so here's the first of many Jackhammers. This is the Cobalt Jackhammer by Shedmon. And yeah, we have Jackhammer skins. That's freaking crazy. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. That means the Jackhammer also now has a, what's it called? Admire animation. There we go, which is what we're doing right now. And so there you have it, the Cobalt Jackhammer by Shedmon. Next up, we've got the Gold Digger Jackhammer, and this one is a solid gold jackhammer with some diamond bling on it. I mean, how can you not love that, right? So we'll go ahead and take a look at that there. Boom. Gotta love that, right? Definitely one I could see a lot of people enjoying. Next up, we've got the Marexo Jackhammer by Jessen for you, and you can see here, it's got that nice Marexo symbol on it, which is like the construction company in the Rust lore, I guess. I guess that'd be the best way to say it. At least a lot of the construction equipment has Marexo written on it. So there you go. There's that one. Next up, we've got the Abyss Jackhammer by Hatson, and as you can see right here, that it has that same design from his Abyss set, and basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's got that going on. A lot of people are going to ask, does it glow? And the answer is no, it does not glow. So, there, you got it. Next up, we have a more natural-looking one. This is the Ore Hunter by Positive, and it has a very, very wooden look to it. And what I love is the little propane tank is painted up to look like the flamethrower turret with that same little face on it. So this one is definitely very based in looking like stuff from the game. And if you look very carefully, there's actually a face carved into the jackhammer up front there, which is quite cool. Next up is the Prototype Jackhammer, and this one has a very cool kind of laboratory look to it. It's got all sorts of like green stuff flowing through what should be a propane tank, which definitely isn't anymore. This one runs off of some kind of green goo, and does it glow? And of course it does. How can you have green glue without the green glow without the glow, right? Yeah, green goop is what I was trying to say. We all know what I mean. Next up is the Absolute Zero Jackhammer, and this one has a very frosty vibe going up to it. This whole thing looks like it is filled with a bunch of liquid nitrogen, which of course fits it. There's some cobalt symbols all over it, so this thing definitely came out of a lab somehow. And of course you're gonna ask, does it glow? And you bet your ass it does. Look at that. How sexy. Next up, as you would expect, we had to have had something chrome, right? So we've got the Silver Jackhammer, and this thing is just a chromed out jackhammer. I mean, what else would you expect, right? Chrome, 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 and more chrome. Next up, we've got the Asteroid Extractor from Duck, and this thing has a pretty cool glow to it as well. Whole thing is apparently filled with plasma. That sounds quite interesting there. This thing does have a really cool space vibe going on. Let's go ahead and take a look at that glow as well. Yeah, look at that. Next up, we've got the Acid Jackhammer by Bad Trip, and this thing is very badass looking. It's got all sorts of caution all over it, and it has this acid flowing through there. The whole thing just has some pretty sweet looking colors. And of course there's a glowing and non-glowing version, so this is the glowing version. Check that out. Very, very sexy. Looks quite good indeed. Next up, we've got the Toy Jackhammer. This one had to happen, and it did. And look, it has a giant battery down there in the bottom. Love that. Looks like a Duracell. And yeah, this thing is just absolutely crazy and ridiculous and awesome. And these bright, bright colors just, whoops, go with it so well, you know? I think Little Ranger did an amazing job on this one. Next up, we've got the Hydraulic Jackhammer by Anathan, and this thing looks like it has water going through it. The whole thing has kind of like a firehouse theme to it. You even got that water bottle screwed into the bottom there. Definitely a cool idea for a design. There's so many amazing jackhammers already. It's just like, wow. Everyone's done an amazing job. Next up, we've got the Juice Master, and this one is a bee, and his stinger is the jackhammer. I'm not sure why it's really called Juice, because it's a bee. I mean, it seems to be extracting honey to make pollen, I guess, or pollen to make honey, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, one way or another, this guy is pretty crazy. He's a very angry bee, ready to make you some sulfur, and there's a glowing version with a little glowy tip as well. Next up, we've got the Super Energy Jackhammer, which you can check out right here, and this thing is just super energized and crazy. It looks like something out of space. It's got kind of like a tempered thing going on in the middle with a rainbow, and then it's just, this whole thing is just really cool looking. Look at that. Now, there aren't any glowy parts. Oh, wait, no, I guess there is. I did this, oh man, I didn't know this had glow. Look at that. That is really, really cool. Those actually look like flashlights lighting up. That's awesome. Next up, we've got the Doodle Jackhammer, and everything you would expect from the Doodle set, and yeah, it kind of looks more like an engraving on this one, which I thought was done quite well. And then the rest is a nice red and black, which you would expect to go with the set. The whole thing is just absolutely clean cut and beautiful looking. Definitely one that would sell very well. Next up, we've got the Steam Jackhammer, and this one is very steampunky indeed. That's the whole way this thing is made up to look like, and I think it was pulled off quite well. The whole thing does look very steampunk-esque and has a really neat design to it. Again, another very beautiful jackhammer. It does get even more beautiful at night because it has this awesome glow. It's got that kind of blue tip, and then it's got the various different little lighting up pieces on it that look absolutely gorgeous. Last but not least, we've got the Cobalt Shock Jackhammer for you. This one has a very kind of military look to it and is filled with a green glowing mystery liquid of some sort. Definitely very cool. We go ahead and dial down that light and you can see, boom, there it is. Caution lights up as well as the green glow. But that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed checking out all these sweet jackhammers with me, because there's this is a long video, so thanks for bearing through with it. We'll see which ones make it in this week, and don't forget, new Twitch drops are coming out on Thursday, along with the update, adding in drones and maybe some other stuff. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Stay rusty.